Welcome back to Pokemon cards on a budget, and today I'm going to show you some full illustration cards I've picked up over the last few weeks. I wasn't allowed to spend more than £5 per card. Sci-Fi Con in Nottingham recently, and I picked some of these up from a vendor who's still got the prices on, and some of these aren't English, which normally makes them cheaper as well, but a lot of these, I mean, you can't see the holographic that much because it's still in a hard plastic, but I thought it's easier because the price is still on there for you to see it, but get it out maybe. But some of these Pokemon I don't know the name of, and then I get it in Japanese and I can't really. But if you're trying to get into Pokemon cards and you like these full illustrations and these holographic ones, so for £3, when I saw this online on eBay, it was a lot more like, I bought the ones off eBay pretty much all before I went to this con, and then I saw some at the con and I thought, I'm doing a video about the full illustrations. But this one I couldn't get anyone to accept an offer under £5, because a lot of things I do on eBay I put an offer in. But I love the art on that. I mean, I won't buy full art cards for the sake of it, but I bought these all off the same vendor, and for the life of me I can't remember what the company was, so I apologise for that. But we've got Rookidee. I don't even have to take that out of the plastic. You can see the holographicness of it, but I just love the fact it looks like it's in a greenhouse. It's probably not. It's in a garden somewhere though. But I'm currently playing Sword and well, I'm playing Shield, but the Sword and Shield generation, because I never played it back when it first came out. So I'm playing that at the moment. And Rookidee is one I've caught. Tell me as we go on which one of these is your favourite. But again, £3 for that wasn't bad. This one was one I really wanted. And again, on eBay, the cheapest anyone would accept an offer for this wasn't under my £5 kind of limit I wanted to set myself a challenge of. So when I saw this at the con, I was like, yeah, I'm grabbing that. But Chandelure, one of my, I wouldn't say favourites, but I'm quite keen on it. Like, if this was in Japanese, I could probably tell you that it was Chandelure still, but I really like the art style on it. Again, you can't get it that, sometimes you get it cheaper at the cons. It's got Voltorb next, £3. I did see a Voltorb, Japanese. I can't remember how much it was. It was just a bit too expensive for me to want to buy it. A 10 out of 10 in a slab. And I would love to just have one slab to say I've got a slab that's a 10 rated card, but at the same time I really just want to go for Ace now, because they've got the bits at the top. If you've seen them, if you've not, look online, they're everywhere, but they grade them and they have a bit at the top that says the grade of the card, and it carries on the artwork and it's amazing. But yeah, I really like this Voltorb one with the tree. This one is still sealed. I don't know if that makes it worth more, but we've got I don't want to try and pronounce it and get it wrong, because whenever I get stuff wrong, people think I'm just buying these to scout them. But I really like the artwork on this in the forest. It reminds me of the video game Fable at night for some reason. And you're walking through the forest with that pathway there. I love that one. But £4, that wasn't bad. That was about what I could probably have to charge for on eBay. And this was one I hadn't seen before, and this hit the £5 mark. But Miltank, and I really like the artwork on that. I just thought that was really cool. Getting flashbacks of the gym leader in Pokemon Silver and Gold, where the Miltank just totally annihilates with rollout. But I really, really liked that one. That was the most so far. And before we get into the ones I got off eBay, these are ones that kind of broke the rule, but I really like the look of. I wanted to get, I don't know if I paid above market price, but there was another vendor at the con, and I just really like this Gloom. So I got Gloom, which is £7. So you can include that if you want or not in this, but you can get these cards relatively cheap. Like, people think you have to spend loads to get good looking Pokemon cards. If you're in this to sell them on for more money, that's entirely up to you. I don't know if this is the right thing, but if you're like me, you just want to collect cards that look nice to put in the binder, go, oh, I've not got that. Magby, I think I probably paid well above market price for this one, but I just really liked it. And I'm not really a fan of Magby that often, and little fact is, Magby is the unevolved form of Magma, but the Pokemon card game does not recognise it. And although you can use a different way to make Magby transform to Magma, you can't evolve it in the normal way in the card game. It doesn't recognise Magby as the unevolved form of Magma. If you get a Magma card, it doesn't have Magby in the corner. It's just little facts that I know about in the Pokemon cards. But that was 50. That was probably that was the most I spent on an illustrated card. But I just really wanted that for the binder I've got with my illustrated cards in them. And this was one I got, and I've got this in my binder for the jungle set, but I just wanted one for my binder. The art cards, the ones I like. This is, I've talked about this artist before in a previous video, but I just really like the art style of this Jigglypuff, and they also did Persian for the jungle set, I believe, Psyduck, and they did Flareon. And I've actually got this card already in the jungle set, but for £1.50, I will get that to put with my art cards as well. So that was one more I got at the con actually. And I'm going to change the sleeve on this, I think, because these are all the sleeves they came in. This is a card I couldn't seem to get for any less than about £4 or £5, but at the con, M-Con, £2 seems really reasonably good condition. One thing I will say, these special edition sleeves they get in the trainer boxes, that they sometimes display them in, so I've got a really nice sleeve there, but they kind of put a matte finish on it, so this actually doesn't look as holographic as it actually is. So I probably will change the sleeve for that when I display it in my binder. But you'd normally have to pay double for that on eBay for that, so I picked that up straight away. Same with this sleeve as well. These are the ones I got off eBay, and I put the price in the corner. I might have paid slightly above market price, but I didn't pay a lot for them. I thought, again, you can't see the holographicness in this sleeve, and I will probably change the sleeve, but I just really like the art style on that card, as I do with all of these. I mean, I don't collect all art cards, I just collect the ones that I like the look of, as I say. I probably should have started with this one, but I find that this one is always one of the cheapest when looking on eBay. So if you want to buy yourself an illustrated card to start your collection, if you don't have any, then I really recommend Wug Trio, and that is so holographic. But these always seem to be like £1 or £2 on eBay, easy. So you can, if you haven't got it and you want it in your collection, it's not a hard card to get, and it looks really nice. Next one is from, I believe, the 25th celebration set, but this is a full art recreation of the original Pikachu card, which I might put in the corner. This didn't cost much at all, under the £5 mark, if I remember rightly. But the eyes pop as well, a really cool bit like cat's eyes. The old chubby Pikachu, and I always think that Pikachu's better than the skinny one we got later on. But I had to get that card for the collection, and it's got the 25th anniversary there, look, the 2 and the 5 with the cheeks of the Pikachu logo. But I just thought that was a really nice card. Now, that is a nice card to have in your collection if you don't want to spend a lot of money, because I just think that's amazing. I think that's a really nice card to have. This is a card I got, again, off eBay. I don't want to mispronounce that, Hisuian Arcanine. I really like the art style. Now, the funny thing about this is, and I'm not being ungrateful, I don't know if they put it in there to make it more rigid so it didn't bend when it got posted, but I got another Pokemon card with this for free. And I don't think they put it in there by accident, because it was a Golem EX from 151, which, funnily enough, they hadn't ordered too long ago for my 151 set. So it's really funny. I was like, I don't need that card, but it's almost better than this card in a lot of ways. But yeah, this is quite a nice looking one. I like Arcanine. This looked a bit different regional version of Arcanine. Again, it's in one of these sleeves from the 151 series this time. So these sleeves kind of put a matte finish on it, take the glare off the shine a bit. But if you like the holographicness of it, then don't display them in those sleeves, I guess. This next one, I'm not sure if this is a fake card. I don't think it is, but just because of the colour on it, apologise if I'm butchering this. This should be Keldeo, I believe, and this was just an amazing art card. I got it for less than £3, I think, and then I think there was postage on top of that. But this looked really nice. I was like, yeah, got to put that in the binder. But they've got these lines on it, which are probably just part of the art, but I wasn't sure if it was fake or not, but I just thought it looks really nice. I want to put that in the collection, but I remember it not being that expensive at all. In fact, I think I put in an offer, and I'm sure they counted my offer with less than I'd offered them, which doesn't make much sense at all, but I got it for less than it was going for before you put the offer in. But that's a really nice looking card. This is a Pokemon from Gen 2 that I really like, just because of, and there's no pun intended, the art style, but this is Smeargle, which has got a paintbrush. It's like a dog that's got a paintbrush for a tail, but I just love all the colour in there and all the chaos going on. You've got the little artist down there, all the paint everywhere. I really like this card. I did buy this card off eBay off someone else, and it was a really weird thing where I got the message like 2 days later saying, sorry, it's been refunded, so maybe they didn't have it in stock anymore. But I managed to get it somewhere else for a reasonable price, which is on screen. So this is not my favourite Pokemon, but probably I don't know if it'd be in top 10, probably top 20, but that's a really, really nice looking card. Lots of colour, which is what Smeargle's about. Smeargle is a full-on art Pokemon, really. Again, I got on best offer, and I just really like the simplicity of the art style on this. This is Jinx. I can't really say much more than that. I just like the simplicity of the art style. And in a lot of ways, it reminded me of the old Disney films a bit. Like, not in the art style of Jinx or the person, but just the background reminded me of Beauty and the Beast and the forest and everything. And I just like the fact that it's like a sepia monotone almost, isn't it? But it's got the holographicness there. Again, you can get cards that look great like this if you want to have some in a binder to look at, or you just want some of the full art cards, and you're not having to pay much, except for Magby, which I probably paid more than market price. Now, this last one was above £5, and this was one that I forgot about. I just put in a random offer. This is Starly, which I thought was a really nice art. You've got some holographicness there. I just thought that was a nice art style. I think a lot of the bird Pokemon in the full art look really good. And that was over £5 though, so I'd take that for what you will from this challenge. But even if you don't count Starly, if you don't count Magby, you don't count Gloom, I think Varoom was the best deal there, because I've not even seen it that cheap on eBay. It might be now, but you got a sleeve with it if you collect these trainer box sleeves. And again, as I say, if you want, I don't know if it was the cheapest I paid out of all of them with postage, but Wug Trio is constantly online one of the cheapest full art cards you can get, even though it's 1 gold star in how rare it is. But yeah, that's the cards I got over the space of about 3-4 weeks, just to see what I could get. Set myself a target of not spending more than £5 on each one. These will all go in the binder for the full art cards. As I say, there are some cards that go in that binder that aren't full art cards, like I say, like Jigglypuff Wheel, for example. I don't want to butcher that artist's name, but the artist there, bottom left corner. As I say, they did Persian, which I really like from that set. They did Flareon, which I really like from that set. And they did Psyduck and a few others as well. Now, that same artist has done more modern sets, but it's not the same art style. They've kind of gone for it. I just really like this art style. It kind of had a warmth to it. Like the saturation had been turned up slightly and just hand painted. But again, tell me what you have in your collection. Tell me what your favourite full art card is. And I will see you in the next video, where I'll be probably opening some more Pokemon cards. And I might be opening some different non-Pokemon sets of trading cards soon as well. But I appreciate you liking and subscribing. And if I get to 500 subs on this channel, I will take you all to a Pokemon card shop near me that I think you'll all enjoy seeing. But that's a temptation for another day. Thank you for watching. And now I'm going to go and cool down, because outside it feels as hot as that volcano.